Hey guys, so here's a review that I wasn't expecting to do. I watch Castle every week, but I don't necessarily do reviews for it every week. But after last night, you guys, I just needed to talk my feelings through basically. So let's talk about last night's episode. So Beckett meets this guy named Eric Vaughn in the course of an investigation. There's a murder at a restaurant and they think they have the victim, and after doing a little investigating, it turns out that technically Eric Vaughn was the target, was the intended target. So eventually they decide that he needs protection until they can figure out who's trying to kill him. And in the end, he requests that Kate Beckett come and be his personal bodyguard. He's a really rich businessman who's done some inventing and some other stuff like that. I like to call him Tony Stark light, basically. So automatically Castle's jealous, right? Because they've been talking about this guy and, he knows that Beckett thinks he's, handsome. And Lainey was hilarious in this episode, you guys. I loved their little, girl talk when they were together in the morgue. I wish we could see more of Lainey and Beckett. That would be awesome. So, so she ends up with this guy. The kicker is that throughout the episode, you get that she's attracted to him. You get that. They make that very plain. And I must admit, I'm a big, Caskett fan. I'm all about Castle and Beckett. I think it's great that they're finally together. But I was like, wait a minute. I was totally intrigued by this guy. A big theme throughout this episode was really about Castle and Beckett's relationship in terms of where are we going, and in terms of it's time that we kind of sit down and define what we're doing and where we're headed type of thing. But I think we also get the backstory about Castle, and we know that Castle's been married before and he's been in lots of relationships that haven't worked out well. And so it's is Castle kind of doing what he normally does in relationships, and is he and Beckett's relationship kind of headed down the same road that all of his other relationships have headed down. I thought it was interesting, the conversation that he had with his mom and with Alexis, the redheads. They were so cute. But basically his mom is you haven't really defined the relationship, she tells him, and you haven't proposed to her, what are you planning to do type of thing. But he doesn't really listen, and I thought that was very interesting. It was cute because you knew he was jealous the whole time, and he was really pushing Javi and Ryan, we have to solve this case now. So it was really funny, and he was hopped up on coffee, and that was cute. But the problem was that I was totally seduced by this new guy, Eric Vaughn. So I'm hoping he comes back. There was one point at the end where you thought maybe he was the one who was the murderer, and I was a little scared because I was no, don't let him be the murderer, please. And he wasn't. He does make this comment to Castle too, towards the end of the episode, where he says to him, that's an extraordinary woman that you've got there. And Castle says, I know. And then Eric Vaughn is do you? And that's the question, really. To me, it was an episode about, are we going to define our relationship? I don't necessarily think that Beckett was you gotta propose to me or I'm moving on or anything like that. But I think she wants to know, can we have that talk about what we're doing here, type of thing. Can we kind of define what we're doing here? And he doesn't want to. Or he's really kind of avoiding that for some reason. So I guess that's kind of what we're going to be dealing with, as we head in to the season finale. I hope this guy comes back. I really, really do. I liked him, and I know Caskett fans all over the world are hating me right now. And I like Castle and Beckett, but I really liked this new guy. I was totally falling for his Eric Vaughn-ness completely. It's the accent, people. I have a thing for men with British accents, so there you go. I can't help myself. I heard somebody say too, I thought this was interesting, that Eric Vaughn was really Castle. Supersized Castle, basically. I mean, he was rich, he was charming, he was funny and quirky. I loved the scene where he was trying to be all suave, and he goes to open the champagne bottle and he hits himself in the face with the cork. I mean, that is such a Castle move. But I thought that was an interesting take on it, her being attracted to Castle again, basically. But the difference, between Castle and Eric Vaughn is Eric knows what he wants, and he knows how to say that, and he knows how to kind of go for what he wants type of thing. So yeah, it was an interesting episode, you guys. Would love to hear your thoughts on it. Leave your comments down in the comment section below. I'll see you guys again soon.